It's happening.
I guess it is happening. And what do we say? Here we go. Title said no working, no waiting. Oh,
No
no
waiting.
waiting, fake news. Yeah, no waiting, fake news. That's right. Yeah, yeah. But now, what's that in reference to? We were
I
talking
have
behind
no
the
idea.
scenes. We were very cognizant of the time, weren't we, Shadow?
I believe we were.
We were
Yeah.
building suspense.
We were getting each other fired up behind the scenes so we could have a really good show.
When I sat down with my hot coffee with lime juice, it was 4 o'clock.
No,
Man.
it's 4 o'clock somewhere anyway.
So I don't blame it on the coffee brew. Brew. Um, yeah. Anyway, I didn't do my draw stream last night. Sorry about that, Omer. I didn't come on with you. Sorry about that. I went out and did some errands, and I got back in time to do Omer's draw stream. But it's like, yeah, I've got other plans for when I'm
But
going
yet
home.
you
For one
didn't,
thing,
you lazy fuck. I mean, I'm sorry. But yeah, you had other things that were more important, obviously.
well, I was, yeah, I mean, I had to check out my tote's getting pretty full of water now. I've been belling some of it out. I haven't done that much because I know what unit it is right now. It's actually the top unit. So, and I'm really, if during the summer it would be hot up there, right? And I would want air
Right.
to sleep by or whatever. Now, sometimes I sleep in the recliner or start, in the work year, sleeping in the recliner, uh, either with Abby in my lap or she's gotten where she doesn't jump up in my lap as much. Um, and I just have
Yeah,
been
they
laying her
don't.
little round bed sort of to the side of the chair. And she's been content just to lay right there, which
Mm.
when she sleeps on my lap for 4 hours, my crotch gets hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
And plus,
mean,
that's like extra pressure on your spine and shit. When you're in that recliner, it's not good.
yeah, she's like a little space heater too. If you want to get nice and warm during the wintertime, you know, um,
Oh yeah, dude, Daisy's the same way. That was the hard part when she
Patty
got
Cake.
to from from being a puppy to like too big to be on your lap anymore. It was like hard to get her to stop jumping
Yeah,
down because she wanted to be in.
yeah.
So now she'll come up and she just cuddles up on my feet or whatever. But yeah, for a long time she would try to jump up on the couch and it's like, no, you're too big. Get down.
Definitely hot and bothered. Yes, I mean, yeah,
it's all swampy down there.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't mind. I try and get her to get up in my lap, and it. Look, I've learned she's not going to speak to me. I'm sure she suffers a lot in silence with aches and pains. She's probably 80 years old. She'll be over 80 probably in dog years. Um, come our birthday in November 2nd. And
Mm.
you know, so she probably I
Well, what
know
is
she
she? Is
doesn't jump. She doesn't
she
jump
11 or
as well as she used to. Um,
how old she gonna be, Rex? 11 or 12?
she'll be 13.
Oh yeah, well then yeah, she will be over 80. I was gonna say if she's only 12, then she's not quite there yet. But yeah,
Yeah.
wow,
And and
dude,
um
that's I hate that shit with pets.
and her voice is like "Roar, roar, roar, roar," you know, compared to
Yeah,
the strong bark it used to be, you know.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
let's
mean,
don't talk about sad stuff. I don't want to lose my dog.
yeah. Oh,
Uh,
and before we get started, I know a lot of people hate motion comics, right? They're like, "Oh,
oh,
motion
I love
comics
them.
suck." That's
I
like the
love them.
original Marvel. Dude, have you heard of the Russian comic book geek?
Russian
He's got a
comic book
YouTube
gate.
geek,
Oh, geek
Russian
comic
comic
book.
book
Russian
geek.
comic book geek.
Yeah,
No,
dude, he's been doing motion comics for like I don't know, like maybe 4 years or something like that. I've been watching this guy,
on to him.
and
I love Russian comics.
dude, I just watched his Weapon X from Barry Windsor Smith. He
Mm,
did a motion comic of the whole series, like distilled down into like 2 hours or whatever.
uh,
It's amazing, dude. And I know some people don't like motion comics, but he does great like audio effects and the
yeah,
voice actors he gets to do the characters are really good.
I
He's
got
done
all
Moon
those.
Knight, he's done Wolverine, he's done Batman, he's done all kinds of cool shit. You gotta check
I
this guy out.
I got all those uh motion comics that CrossGen put out. Not all of them, but a big majority of them. And that was they were selling for like $15 back in the day at Hastings. You know, they had a rental, but you could buy certain things too. And nobody was
Mm-hmm.
buying them, which was good, um, because I would
Yeah, because
pick
you got
them
him on
up.
sale.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I bought them at full price, but they hung around
No.
long enough for me to buy them because I was
Yes. They didn't
they were
like get
pretty
it sold out
expensive
like right
at the
away.
they were pretty expensive at the time, at least on my budget, you know. Uh,
Right. I
I,
got you.
and I got a whole long box of those things. I got Ultimate
Really?
X-Men.
Wow.
I got even some of the Ultimate stuff.
Really? See, I missed all that, dude. I wasn't collecting
Yeah,
at that time. So I missed all that.
Daredevil and Elektra. Uh, you
I
know,
got the Image and Marvel crossovers of all that stuff in the like later '90s, right before I quit collecting, like She
I don't
and
even think I
Daredevil.
saw those.
Really? Yeah,
No,
there were some good ones, man, with the Image characters crossing over with Marvel back in
you still got
back
them, right?
probably.
You still
Oh
got
yeah, I
them.
still got those. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there's a lot of good Billy
where you
Tucci
can lay
stuff.
your hands on them and show us sometime.
Yeah, sure, Rex.
Well, I don't know. Like I've got mine in a
I can
long
find them.
box, and I keep my DVDs in the shed just
Bro,
for space
well,
wise.
I had everything organized perfectly until you and I started streaming together, and then we started doing show off streams, and I started pulling books out of different boxes and shit. And now everything is all fucking disorganized, and my boxes are all fucked up. But now I got to go back and look through them again to see exactly what I got in them because they're not labeled properly
Welcome to
anymore.
my world.
So,
But now I didn't know
no,
motion comics are like a DVD, right?
it's it's like the old, the original Marvel, like Captain America and Hulk and stuff, where they just show the comic book panels,
Yes, and they
but they
narrate and they have yeah.
right,
Yeah,
and the
but now
camera moves. So
I
they
don't
might
think
have
we
like a little bit of animation, where it makes it move just a tiny bit,
well, I
but it's
realize we got your stuff out of order, but you never came across any motion comics. So, do you have those in a long box? Do you have those in a short box? How do you keep those?
I do. As far as I know, they're digital. They're online. I don't have like any physical copies.
Oh, okay. See, I have physical copies on DVD.
Oh, right. What? Oh,
Yeah, I got
okay.
them in a
No,
long
this. I
box.
mean, this guy's
They're,
a
I
YouTuber.
mean,
He's got.
they're in a long box. That's that many of them, and there may be more than will fit in a long box, which is about 32. You can fit about 32 videos.
Oh no
About
shit!
just
Wow.
32 videos,
I had
and they
no
fit in there
idea.
snugly. They fit in there snugly. They're not
So,
tight. They're not loose. It's just
so this
perfect.
is like separate from like Marvel and DC animation stuff. It's actually motion comics on
It's
DVD.
motion comics. If you want me to get them out, some of them, and show you, I will. And then I've also got cross gen, like Sigil, Meridian. There, I watched some Meridian months ago. I mean, I got a few of them
Okay,
out
well,
and watched some of them.
just as a reminder to everyone, and I'm not just fucking crazy or uninformed, I was
Hey, howdy.
completely out of comic books from 2000 to 2018. So all this new stuff that came out, motion comics, all that shit, I had no clue about. I
But
thought
this was
motion
back.
comics
This was back in the day. This was when you were collecting. Probably the early
well,
'90s. Early
it wasn't
'90s.
when I was collecting mainstream stuff anymore. 'Cause
Okay. Yeah.
by the
Because this
90s,
is when
I was.
this is when cross gen was still around, and they were only around 3 years.
And what do you remember? What years they were around at?
Early
'Cause I don't-
'90s, around the Image years when you were collecting.
Really? Okay. Because
Yeah.
somehow I missed all of that
I think
stuff.
that's right.
I thought it was later.
I think that maybe it was. Well, maybe it was later, like maybe late '90s, around the time you quit collecting. I don't know, but
Yeah. I mean, I started dribbling off in like '97. By '98, I had cut
maybe it was
my
maybe it
bonus
was
in half.
during that time, Omer. Maybe it was that time that you weren't collecting. Maybe I'm forgetting. I don't think that. Yeah, had a CD-ROM of Amazing Spin the whole run of the time. I've got that. I've got the Avengers and I've got the X-Men.
Okay,
as well.
So, yeah, like 2010s. No, I wasn't.
But those aren't motion
collecting
comics.
anything.
But I'm glad you brought that up, Omer, because yeah, those are a lot of fun. I've got a John Buscema Avengers page that I need to identify, and so I need to find my Avengers disc because it's I can tell by the artwork it's Captain Marvel, the female Captain Marvel. You know, the black character,
the tall black
Ion. I think.
Oh no. The black one. That was different Captain Marvel.
I think she was called Ion, wasn't she, or later something?
Maybe
called
at
something
some
else.
point. I don't remember. Yeah, it was weird because they killed off Carol Danvers basically, and then brought her back as Binary in the X-Men. Everybody thought she was dead for a couple of years, and then she ended up being saved by Lilandra and the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently it turns out that she wasn't just endowed with like cosmic force when she got the Captain Marvel power. She was also a mutant. So somehow or another, the aliens unlocked her mutant power, which made her become Binary and shit, which gave her like the electric.
Oh, I like Binary.
Yeah, Binary was cool, dude. I like the design of that character. She was really.
I wonder if that was. I wonder if Binary was designed by Dave Cockrum.
Oh, that's a good question, dude.
Because it seems like he was drawing X-Men at the time.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about who would come up with her design, but yeah, could be Dave Cockrum. It
Mhm.
looks like something he might come up with. You know, I like Cockrum. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm always praising Byrne and other guys on X-Men and shit, but Cockrum was good for what he did. You know, I mean, he was fucking. I got no problem with the guy.
Now that oh no, he designed a lot of characters for Legion of Superheroes in the early 70s. Um, it would be interesting who created this character. So maybe we need to I'll do some research and I'll find out who created your characters for you. You know, I'll
Oh,
find this out
yeah.
because
Dude, that
who
might
wouldn't
be
want to
like
know who created some of these characters? You know,
that
I
might be
always
a
think
cool feature for like an hour on the show every week or something.
or
Who was
or
the
or
creator?
or add it to Feature Friday where we like. I could
Yeah,
have looked up.
there you go.
I think Art Adams came up with Long Shot. I think
Yep,
that's right.
he sure did.
You know,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
he
you know what, dude?
co-created.
You could call it Creator's Corner and just do like a little 15-minute segment and be like, "This is
Yeah,
who
put them
created
up on
these."
TikTok. Yeah, see, I'm full of
There you
ideas,
go.
Homer.
That's
Yeah, and
he's
I'm
full
gonna
of
stop
something
sharing
anyway.
them with people because they're stealing them. Anyway,
Rex is full of something anyhow. Uh,
I'm full of
but
something. Yeah.
again,
Now,
if
well,
if you guys have, all right, Rex, one second. If you guys have not checked him out, YouTube channel, Russian Comic Book Geek. He does nothing but motion comics of like really classic, great uh, comic book stories, trade paperbacks, stuff like that. So check him out. The dude is it's just good stuff. I don't you don't even have to look at it because it's just the comic book panels. But I'll sit there and turn it on before I go to sleep and just listen to the voices and everything, and listen to the story. And he's got sound effects. He's got like footsteps, Foley, fucking artists. He's got all that shit in there, dude. It's so good. It really is. Anyway, moving on.
well, now that you mention it and have mentioned it for a couple times, but I've subscribed to one guy that does motion comics on YouTube. So I don't know if it's the same guy, but I imagine there's probably multiple guys out there doing it. Um,
Homer says, "Pull that comic book guy up and share it."
yeah. No, we're not going to
That
take
would be
time for that. In fact,
up to
I've not
Rex.
all week long or longer. I've not been able to get to some very, I feel like important news. And
Oh
by
shit!
golly,
Got
we're going to
important
get to
news.
some of that today. Um, but now,
Yeah,
what I
that's what
found,
you think, Mister.
yeah. Well, now I had 3 tortillas left, like flour tortillas, and they were older. I hadn't eaten them right, and they were going to be kind of the last one that I ate was kind of like hard, right? And I was like, what do I want to make to eat? And I made myself a neat little treat. It was like crunchy once I got it out of the oven. I made little pizzas.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it was actually pretty good. Yeah. Tanya in the house. Hello, Tanya. I'm
Hey,
sure you know how sick she has been, and she's completely blind now and can't read. So she would love to hear
no,
all your voices. Yeah.
I did not know any of that, Tanya. I knew she was sick. I didn't know that she had completely lost her vision. Um, I didn't know that she would have been in like actual. I thought it was just her eyes. I didn't know she was actually physically ill. I love Fanta and I miss her immensely. And I will send her a message on her channel. I don't. I'm not on Outlook, so I can't record something for her. But I love Fanta. She's fucking a wonderful part of our community.
Oh, I am already
Oh my god!
subscribed. I'm already subscribed to the Russian Comic Book Geek. Yep. 442
Oh.
videos now.
Mhm.
We love Fanta around
my
here,
God.
and somehow we need to get our voices where she can hear them. In fact, she had 3 strokes, yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
my
absolutely. Prayers for Fanta.
God.
She's getting rehab, yeah.
Extra
And
prayers
happy
for Fanta
early
every night.
birthday. Tuesday is going to be Fanta's birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
I know. Yeah.
And the day that Frog G closes out, and they're going to do something special for Fanta, maybe on topic lists. I'll probably be working this Tuesday. Thank God, this Tuesday and Thursday. But other than that, she's starting to go for walks and started to get her speech back. That's great. If you want, Shadow, you can send me a voice message on DMs or Instagram, and I can save it.
Okay, cool, Tanya. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And tell Fanta I love her. Oh shit! I did not expect to hear that. Sorry.
Or if not, you can send me a voice message on Twitter, and I can save it. Yeah. I think one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to read the Devil Flyer story for her, so that she can appreciate an audio version of the book that she backed.
Bro, I would gladly go back to doing an audio Shadowhawk Talk reads again. If that would make her happy. I would read whatever she wants.
Shadowhawk did hear me talk. I did share your message yesterday, so he was aware of it.
I'm not on Outlook, so I didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know all the updates. I think the last we had heard, that she was the last I had heard. Now, maybe Shadowhawk had forgotten, but we were. We knew.
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't know how to do it. That's why I was saying I got to figure out a way to get her a message so she can, because I'm not on Outlook. I need to get her a message so she can actually hear it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we love you here, Tanya. You're always welcome. I kind of wanted to get you on, at some point. I think my last message with you on X was about getting you on. I know you don't do a lot. I've seen you over on Hen's channel, and I get it. You got a busy life too, just like the rest of us. And love the British ladies. Always have.
Not all of us knew that she had the stroke, so I had not heard anything about that. All I knew was she was gone. She was not doing well. I thought it was just her eyes. I did not know that she had other serious things going on.
Yeah, that's the sad thing about this.
I love Fanta to death, and she's so good at doing reviews and stuff, and now she can't even see you. God bless.
Well, I mean, even before the strokes, her vision was very, very, very bad and deteriorating.
Well, yeah, it was very sketchy, but she still managed to do an amazing job of doing book reviews and giving her opinions and everything. I miss that girl. Really.
And I'm sure if she can come back, that's the great thing about it, and then do audio. I mean, she might not be able to do videos, but she can do, speak audibly, if she gets her voice back. I don't know how much speech has been.
That's not your fault. That's my bad. I've had my own shit going on, and I haven't done in other streams and as much over the last year or so.
Tanya, you got to understand, Shadowhawk really chokes up and gets emotional, and
I'm sorry, man, but I love Fanta.
No, right. I get it. He sounds a lot worse on the audio when he gets choked up, Don't worry about it, dear. But now she had a lot of stress over the last 2 years. She lost her children's father, her best friend, and her own dad, and her brother has been a nightmare since they lost their dad. Yeah, we kind of know. I knew a little bit about that. I'm sure the stress
I
hasn't helped
heard.
her. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure it
I
didn't
heard a
help her.
little bit about that, but oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
she's about my
I'm
age. I
sorry.
mean, I think she's a
You
little
know,
bit younger than me.
I try not to get emotional, but I love you
No,
people.
I mean,
Um,
I I get it. I get it. I'm just explaining to Tanya because she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to hit you up with this hard hitting fist," But we want update.
no,
Yeah, we.
I just didn't. I just hadn't heard yet. I knew that Santa was gone, but I didn't know how serious it was, and so I had just been waiting for a return, thinking that was it. You know, it was just her eyes, and they were going to find something to do about it. I didn't know about the strokes, and
Tanya, do
I,
you want the link? If you do, I'll send it to you or drop it in the chat.
oh, good Lord, man! I've been having such a great Saturday, and now I'm just all fucking depressed.
Well, I've been up all night. Now I've caught a couple
You've
of.
been all night
I could.
with Ron.
I could. Huh? I pulled an all nighter. Yeah, I'm
You
halfway
never
on
gonna
the.
stay up all night?
I stayed up all night and I binge watched. I can't stay home, or I'm trying to chase people up because we need the recordings in a couple of days for her birthday. Yeah. There you go. It's no, I deleted it, but anyone is welcome to record it straight from Twitter and Instagram DM. I will save it. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I may. Let's see. I guess you could probably save a special broadcast, right? I could do a special broadcast, and you could, send that to her. A YouTube broadcast. Wouldn't that work as well? You know, uh, that it need to be private. If I At some point I want to read Devil Flyer. I'll do an audio version of Devil Flyer when it gets done. Yeah, just
I
send me
would
the
love
link
to
for
do
it.
a YouTube.
Okay.
I, I would love to do a stream and dedicate it to Fanta, but I think I would
Well,
be
the Devil Flyer
I
story is a
think,
quick read, but I wouldn't want to do that on YouTube because it's spoilers for everybody else, right? But
well, yeah.
for
But
Fanta,
plus, I would be useless. I would be fucking in tears and shit by the time I got
you'd be
halfway
Mr.
through.
Choke Up. Yes.
Oh my god.
Let's see, Choke Out? Is it Choke Out?
Yeah, Captain Chokeout.
Captain Choke Out, right. He would be Captain Choke Up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Privatize it. Oh, that's a good idea. There we go. Yeah. You're so technical and wonderfully. Anyway, I was up all night, and yes, I got a couple hours
Anyway,
sleep before
Tanya, please tell Fanta if one way or the other. Please tell her Shadowhawk loves her and misses her, and I wish her all the best. God dang it!
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tanya ruined your day.
No, it's okay. I'm glad to know. It's just, at the same time, I didn't want to know.
I know. So you're kind of dreading.
I'm a wreck here. I'm a wreck here, people. I'm sorry. I really do love you guys.
Tanya, I was making a joke. You didn't ruin his day.
No,
He wants to know. He would rather know and know the situation. We all would.
Yes, I would rather know than not know, because for the last few months I haven't known, and I've just been assuming it was just her eyes and she was gonna come back when they got better.
Omer. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 words.
I'm so
for you,
sorry,
sir.
guys.
Yeah. Well, I will even use my megaphone voice. My T-Rex megaphone voice. Yeah, I have. Hey, Appaloosa, Appaloosa, Apple, uh, uh, Al, Riley. I'll just call you Riley.
It's Alfonso, not Appaloosa.
Alfonso. Okay. Well, now he was over there on Apex's channel, Rex X and Apex,
Sorry,
where I'd
Alfonso,
only
please
had.
don't let that
Look, I've only had a couple hours of sleep. Okay. I pulled, yeah,
I needed to
Appaloosa.
laugh,
Yeah.
right? But that was perfect timing.
Yeah. I do that when I forget my glasses. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've only had a couple hours sleep. Yeah, it's good to have you over here. Does he have a wrench? I'm not sure if he has a wrench or not.
I think he does.
If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button, by the way. Mucho apreciato when you do.
Oh,
well, 10 people have.
My dog is losing.
Okay, I will confer upon you the much coveted wrench. And I will go to your channel, and if I'm not subscribed to you, I will. Riley has been a part of the community since 2023, November 15th. There. I am subscribed.
Yeah. Why are you calling Alfonso dog food, mister? That is not nice. God dang it, Palmer. Can't take you anywhere.
I know, right? Wrench Appaloosa. Yeah, I don't see Appaloosa in here, so I guess I can't wrench him.
It's my favorite kind of horse.
Well, Midnight, my Western character, is, rides an Appaloosa, and it is pictured in the book on almost on the same page as you, 2-page spread. You're on the other page, opposite of the Appaloosa.
Who, me? No.
Yes, you. At a diagonal opposite. Diagonal opposite. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I pulled an all-nighter, and we are halfway. We are halfway on the sketch cards. I'm halfway of being done with 73 of them because we have 73 backers, and I'm going to show my latest and greatest. And thanks, dude. But it's okay. I don't need a ridge. Thank you, though. Okay.
Are you getting 2 sketch cards to everybody?
No, you get a head sketch, and you get a sketch card, which is much smaller.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So you are still using all the head sketches that you've done already. I thought you would totally switch gears and abandon all those bigger ones that you were doing, and
I did over 300 of these. I have more than enough to pick out a character for everybody.
I know you do.
And I have, and in the big bundle, if you back it, you get another head sketch. So I've got enough to give you 2 if you back the big bundle. And we've got a stretch go where you can get a 3rd. If we make it up that high, you can get up to 3 head sketches, plus you will get so you could wind up possibly with 4 pieces, and they will be all original, different characters. Each one will be different, So that's the ultimate bundle right there. So yeah, I was doing head sketches, and I'm still doing them. I'm still doing head sketches. I'm working on even a larger. I've shown you this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Morgan.
Okay. Morgan, right. I've done but now see, this is larger than your head sketches, see?
Ah! Well, yeah, his head is actually bigger. Just yeah. Okay, I get what
Oh,
you're
much
saying.
big. Yeah, this is a much bigger piece of paper. Um, and like
Well, you're
Eric
just
and
using
Boyd,
it.
Eric and Boyd and Lorenzo will get one of these larger ones. And probably one of the smaller ones with their bundle for winning. And they'll get, their and the reason you get these smaller here are because of your Devil Flyer fan club card. That's the only reason I'm doing these. This is your first premium for being a fan club card member.
Oh, okay. I get
Yeah,
it
this
now.
is the first giveaway that you get with your card, which has been printed up for you.
For being an original fan club member. Yes, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
right?
a charter member, right? You get this charter member card. This entitles you to free stuff from now on.
For
And
the rest of your wretched lives, Rex will be sending you.
Exactly. Yes. Now I'm actually working on another Morgan piece. I had it drew out last May or this May, and so I'm inking it. And he's kind of like, and I want to put in the background. I want to put sort of a stormy sea and a lighthouse. So he's kind of like in a yellow slicker.
Ooh. Okay.
With rain dripping off of him,
So kind of like I know what you did last summer. Hey, Apex Comics in the house. Hello, Apex.
So what I did is I watched the first season of Expanse. Ben watched, and almost the first disc of the second season of the Expanse. Well, I drew last night. And I worked on this. I haven't seen Carrie. Has Carrie come in? Because there's a piece that.
Yeah, Carrie's here. She's
is
here
Carrie
somewhere.
Here? Are you here, Carrie?
I believe she is. I thought I saw her come in.
If you are, chime in. I like the dead bot sketch. What's the dead bot?
Maybe
sketch?
Not. That might have been earlier when she came in.
And I will always check your address as not to send it to. Yeah, he gets confused. Tanya's a woman, and so is Carrie, obviously. So if it's a woman, it's like, oh, that counts as Carrie.
What? I don't think so. Carrie was in the chat earlier when I did the high noon today, mister. And you had an opportunity to come in, but you chose not to.
That's even worse news that that she will come into your show, but not mine. Hey, I popped up in your chat. But we went
you almost. You popped up in my chat, and I invited you to come on the stream, and you didn't. Thank you.
And you know why? I was still on with Jason Bascom, still doing that show. It ran for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
That was last night. I'm talking about today.
Today, I did the Rex Hex and Apex show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And it was 2 hours and 20 minutes. But I still popped in your show and said hi.
All right, well, I'll give you a pass for today.
Because I saw you were streaming, and I thought, I need to at least say hi, even though
but you never come in on Saturday, mister.
I know, but you had Elsie on, you had Doc on, you had one other person, too. I didn't quite catch who that was.
I had Elsie, Doc, and Mark.
Okay. Boo, I have been here since the start, just lurking. All right. Well, this was actually, I will show a special piece that I'm sure that Carrie will like, and I wanted her to see it. But
all right, well, boogity boogity, Carrie. Or Oi, oi, and good to see you, my dear.
So what I did, the other day is I clean, when I set up my new modem, I
Thank you.
cleaned this area here and I moved most of my art supplies in there. So I've been doing my work in the recliner, of late.
Yeah, so basically you haven't been working at all, you've just been sitting around your recliner doodling. Okay, yeah, we get it.
Well, I was running my upper.
Go ahead, defend it. I dare you.
I was running my upper air unit, and I've actually been belling some water out of a tote that's getting stuff wet because I have that pipe that comes straight down in the garage.
And you had to sit out there for like 12 hours a day watching that bucket, didn't you?
No, but you know what? I got a great deal on those buckets. I got them for $3.50. But when I went to Walmart and the same size bucket was $6.50. So they might have had, when they first put them out, they probably had them mispriced. So I got a score.
You do know that you can go to like Home Depot and get 5-gallon buckets, the orange Home Depot buckets for like $2.50 a piece.
These things are larger than that, and it's almost full. Now, it's not dripping now because I figured out if I don't run my air up top, it won't drip any. And I just have to get up there.
It's not creating any condensation if it's not.
and it has a hose. This is the backup. I think this is the backup when the one outside that leads outside doesn't work, but I don't like the arrangement here. I'm going to have to somehow get somebody to pipe it outside. It can't drip straight down in the garage.
Okay, Rick. You do understand. This is why some people will survive a zombie apocalypse and other people are going to die right away. This is because you don't even understand how your own air conditioning works. You just want to use it. And you have no concept.
Till I get a person out here to fix the problem, and it's a multi-layered problem. Okay,
bro.
I know owners just fix it. Just fix it. It's not that big a deal. There's actually three problems.
I've already told you to fix the problem. You put a 45-degree elbow on that PVC pipe that's coming out of your ceiling. You fucking route that pipe over and out the fucking wall of your garage, out to the outside, and you will never have to worry about having a leak in your garage again from the AC unit.
I got it, but even if you do that, you're gonna have. There's other stuff.
Dude, my fucking 15-year-old could do that with me just directing her. I guarantee it.
You are a man, Rex. Just fix it. Yeah, right. I cannot. I guess I can do it all. I've got to get the eave fixed. I've got to get the squirrels out of my attic, and I've got to get the unit pan, the overflow pan, because that's where it's coming from. Don't know what's clogging it up. It may just be, like you say, some accumulation. But I'm going to get that all done next week. For one thing, I couldn't fix it because it was storming and raining and wet here. I mean, like buckets for days. And yes, it was clear all week long last week. But
sounds like making excuses. I don't know.
Well, the great thing is summer's gone. I don't have to run the air upstairs that much, if at all. Right now, I've not used it at all. And
yeah, apparently I got to drive like fucking 1,000 miles down to Arkansas to fucking fix Rex's goddamn PVC problem. Fucking, oh my god, a retarded child could do this job.
Okay. I mean, I got it. I get it. You know,
you probably have to. I'm not trying to give you shit. I'm not.
You probably have to drill through brick to get it outside, but sure, it always sounds so easy.
It's a masonry bit. It's not that big of a deal. You just get the right drill bit for the job, dude.
If
It's
you've
not
got,
that big.
I don't even think I've got a drill. So, I mean, yeah, if you got the proper tools, look, I'll pay to have this stuff done, you know, believe me.
Max is still working with a hammer and chisel.
It's it is a multifaceted problems. We just had storms for 2 days too in the UK. Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta come down and visit you, dude. I'll fix all your problems in like a day.
$3 drill bit. I might have a drill. I don't have a lot of tools. I just don't. I've been trying to rectify that through the years. I don't have a big budget for that. I try and get a survival.
Is a soft-handed, awesome, fucking amazing artist, and he managed to fix his own AC. I mean, look at that. All dude does is
bad boy. Can we move on? I don't.
No, we can't.
Okay.
We're taking away your man card.
We can't move past it.
All right, Jesus God. You had me in tears earlier over Fanta, and you were making fun of me.
I didn't.
and you can't take a little fucking ribbing. Oh my God, you can't take a little ribbing. Okay, all right. I will just
why, when you say ribbing, I get that image of that vulture that wouldn't move.
Well,
you're gonna pick me to the bone, you and Omer. In between you and Omer. You know,
well, I
should be a man and have tools. If you have no need for them, and I really don't have, and I've actually been getting at least one survival thing every year. I think I've already got my survival thing. I can't remember what I got. 1 year I got that knife. Remember that knife with the compass and the fishing line and everything? See, he's not even with me. Shadowhawk. Okay.
No. I'm laughing because that's like the Rambo knife. It's completely useless in an actual survival situation. Those knives are crap.
I got it, but it's what I could afford. Okay. I got a machete. I got a machete the year before. I got a machete. 1 year I got 2 sleeping bags.
That's a good idea. Are they below zero sleeping bags? Are they
probably
thermal?
Probably not, but they were cheap, and I got 2, so I can wrap up in both of them because there's only one of me.
So 2 of them equals. Yeah, I get you. Okay, yeah. I mean, maybe because you're doubling up the insulation.
That's why I got a truck so I could bug out this time. That's why when I wrecked my car during COVID, totaled it, I got a truck so I could bug out.
What are you gonna do after you bug out and you can't start a fire?
Now I have some bullets, Homer. I just don't have the gun I have some ammo.
You got some ammo though. You can throw them at somebody. You get a slingshot, maybe.
Well, it's a 40 gauge, and I don't have a 40 gauge. I borrowed I borrowed a 40 gauge to get from a friend at the time to get my conceal and carry. And then of course I had to give it back to him. I only shot 10 rounds out of the whole box.
All right, well, here's your last ditch effort, Russ. Get a wrist rocket.
Look at that. Not bad for 60 years old.
Like the old Dennis the Menace slingshot. Get one of those.
Yeah.
And a bunch of little steel ball bearings. Because those will actually work.
Well, print me up one, Omer. He's saying you need multiple. He's actually got one that he printed up on a 3D printer.
Oh no shit, dude! I don't trust those, man. I don't know if they can hold up to the pressures that they need to.
Right. Yeah. Yes, I guarantee you, Haldir is still drawing. Anyway, so what I did was I binge watched The Expanse. I watched the whole first season.
Good. That's a good show, dude. a really good show.
Yeah, Hex said it gets better and better. So, till it got a little woke toward the end.
I really felt robbed when they fucking canceled it. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, it ran for 6 seasons, so it should have been pretty good. And I like Thomas Jane
no
for
shit.
sure.
I only caught like the first 2 seasons of it, so well, maybe I ended my fucking subscription or something before I got. I don't remember. That was back when me and Tomahawk were still in the apartment before we got into the.
I checked all my discs, those 3 discs that I was wondering about. I really didn't have, and so I've been watching a lot of Gunsmoke. Take a drink, and so I was ready for something different. Now, something I'll pick up maybe is they've got the complete night gallery for $20. I've got the first season already. I've got the first season already, but I would like to have them all. For $20.
You know what? You know what? Grab it for me and send it up here. If you don't enjoy it, I will.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the first season that I already have.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
That's the best I can do right now. I got my paycheck today, and it's pitiful. Yeah. But
what's pitiful?
My paycheck that I got in the mail today.
Oh.
Yeah.
What would you have?
It was
like
about
2 days left?
Yeah, it was for 2 days. Now on this next check, I'll have 3 days, and then I may even have that on the next check after that. But then that'll be the end of it. The season's almost gone.
Party time, 3 days.
Yeah, party time. Yeah, but now I've still got 2023 tax return that I'll be getting in here pretty soon. So that'll be
fuck, 2023.
Yeah, I did 24, but I didn't do 23 because I decided to do them myself, and I just haven't gotten to it. Look, I am the king of procrastinators, but I have not been procrastinating.
As long as it's a return, they won't, like penalize you or anything. As long as you don't owe them anything. If you owe them even $1, they will fucking come after you, bro. Yeah.
No, they never. I always get a refund. I've never paid in. Maybe 1 year I paid in. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to point out the obvious.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't want to talk taxes anyway. My God.
No, we didn't. We didn't want to talk.
Yeah. So.
Holy shit, Alfonso says I can't even own an air rifle.
Yeah.
The UK doesn't want an air rifle? Really? What the fuck?
Because I accidentally had a shotgun and I found it in a gun shop.
How do you accidentally have a shotgun? Come on, man. I'm not buying that story. You bought that thing on purpose. It's not accidental.
Yeah.
You bought it. You meant to buy it. It's not an accident at that point. I'm sorry. But I would definitely look into. They've got new air guns that launch arrows. I don't know if those are legal in England or not. They also have multi-bolt mini crossbows now, where you can just cock them like a shotgun and you shoot out like 8 to 12-inch bolts out of these things. There's a German guy building them out of Germany, and because the laws are so crazy out there, he has to remain within strict guidelines. So these things are legal everywhere.
I agree with you. If he bought it or found it, he bought it on purpose. But anyway, yes, I agree with Harbor Freight. We do have a Harbor Freight here. That's where I got the other survivalistic. I got an axe 1 year. So I'm slowly building my survival kit.
The axe is probably good, but I would not rely on that Rambo knife, right?
Well, that was the first item I got because I watched a YouTube video on that axe, and he was recommending it, and he said, I'm going to get one of those. And 1 year I got a little key pen knife too, and I've used that pen knife while I work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
and it was only
and here's
$5.
here's another one for
I
all
totally
you
agree with
weekend
that. I
warriors.
just don't have the $100, Homer.
Yeah,
Pretty soon
all
I
you
won't have a
weekend
job.
warriors out there that are buying Pharaoh rides and strikers and thinking you can light a fire and it's gonna be no problem. You better practice with that fucking thing. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're never gonna fucking light a fire with that Pharaoh ride. It's not gonna happen. You've got to learn the technique to fucking make it happen, and you got to have the right tinder, all that kind of stuff. It's it's not easy to start a fire with just sparks.
Yeah, I bought one. I bought one of the magnesium, fire starters for
Mm-hmm.
LZ,
Yeah,
and I bought 2 for me one year. Yeah, I
that's what
bought
I'm talking
2.
about. Yeah, but if you don't practice with them and learn how to use them and get the right tinder to start a fire, you will never start a fire with that fucking thing.
Yeah.
You'll sit there and
Now,
grind it
now,
down into nothing.
now, okay, another survivalistic thing I got was cotton balls and Vaseline. Now, even in the rain, that will burn.
Yes, it will. But wow, Rex, that's actually a decent survival tip. I'm amazed that you knew that.
Well, I've been I have seen some survival videos and stuff on YouTube, and that's why I've purchased some of the things that I've purchased. Hey, Hen.
Okay, yes, I will definitely send you a message on Twitter for you to read to Fanta, and please tell her I love her and miss her, and I only wish her the best. God damn it, you guys, stop it!
Yeah, I've got to get my stuff where I can get super chats, and then
You're
maybe I
fucking
can go
choking
to
me up
Harbor
again.
Freight and load up.
All right, God damn it, I can't take this anymore. You think I'm gonna have to go?
No. You look. Don't you go anywhere.
God
I'm going to
says,
show you.
God says,
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I did all night long. I'm going to show you, and you got to tell me if it's focused or not. So here's Totem. He left anyway. So great. All right, Doc. You want it? Okay, let you in. All right, I'll let you in, Doc, because my co-host went out. There you go, Doc. There's the linkage. And there actually was a comic with Totem on the cover. The Totem Strikes, a different kind of totem. Hey, Doc.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I stayed up all night drawing.
I
Did
didn't sleep at
7.
all last night.
That's right. I didn't. And was watching The Expanse, the complete series. I went through the first season plus.
First season was awesome. Second season, not so much.
Nah, don't tell me that, because I didn't think that the first season was that great, really. I was hoping it would get better.
You're crazy. First season was great. Ow. Yeah, Shadowhawk was breaking up. He can. I imagine you can pop back in.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you guys, what Hen is talking about is important. Hen, I'm sure, will share where to send them. But if you guys want to record your wishes and send your love to Fanta, she's compiling a, I guess, file to send to her so she can hear our messages.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Fanta is, you're new here, and welcome.
And her birthday's Tuesday.
Yeah. So yes, reach out through Hen, and Hen, are you going to drop your contact where you want that sent in, so that people can?
Well, Tanya said just let her know. You could do it on Instagram, you could do it on X, you could do it on Facebook, or
yeah. I mean, if you can't record one, you can write it, and I'm sure they'll get read to her. I recorded one and sent it.
Very cool. Yeah. So Doc, been working on sketch cards, and I did 7 last night, and Totem is one of them. He's a character that I need to really do some stuff with.
Is that the gingerbread man?
Yeah, he kind of looks like the gingerbread man, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit out of focus. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh. You have to tell me when they're focused.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, so
yeah,
is that
you're
like
right. He does look like the gingerbread man, doesn't he?
He's cute. Is that a helmet he's wearing?
This is what I'm currently working on right there, the larger one.
All right.
Some of these I've done head sketches too. You know, and I've been making, you know, I've like this was the first appearance of this character. This was the first appearance of this character.
Yeah.
First time I've drawn them.
That one's got some Kirby in it, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely got some Kirby in it. Yeah. And here's another one. I kind of concentrated on the 43 characters. This one is actually after an Iron Man cover where he's kind of buried by rocks.
Okay. All right.
And I thought that would make a good little sketch card. Here's and his name is Blood Sword. I named him last night, Blood Sword.
Okay.
He's one of the 43. He's a psychotic Nazi character.
What is the 43? I don't know what that means.
The 43, and this guy's Equilibrium. I named him last night.
Okay.
He's the 43 is I needed more villain. I needed more villains and more women characters. And I had an artist draw me a page of blanks, and that's where I kind of came up with the concept of the 43 because I was creating characters from those blank poses, right? And full body poses of their costumes, whatnot, their powers. Anyway, turn around. Yeah, it's not necessarily a turnaround, but it's just different blanks, poses
just blanks
of men and women.
Costumes on.
Yeah. Now, one, I said I want this guy to be a rock guy, so he drew him like, you know, a little bit more angular, like I wanted, you know, and then I filled in the details.
Who did
that was the beginning of the 43. I need more villains, and I've created a lot of heroes, right, through the years. I need some more villains, and I need some more women characters for sure. So what I did, I don't want a different origin story for every character that I create, right? So I said, okay, Nazi super soldier origin. They think that these volunteers, these test subjects, have been disintegrated, and they weren't. It was like a transporter accident. There was only 43 survive out of 200.
Got you.
But, and I might even put it in 1943 when they did the experiment.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. So, and 43 is just what came to my mind random, you know, and I make it work. Okay. 43 is a lot of characters, a lot of villains.
Yeah, it is.
And so these are diehard Nazi Third Reich believers. They're SS quality volunteers, right? To re-up and even explaining why did they not all come out the same with the same power? That's because they received individual different treatments before the final transporter thing, which was supposed to infuse them with power, but it didn't. It sent them. And I'm even thinking about working it in with the Nazi Bale experiment that was going on at the same time.
Okay.
And that's why they kind of got their wires crossed and sent them through time.
I got you.
And so this way I can have one pop up in the 50s or the later 40s or 70s or any time. And I've even got one scheduled to pop back to the past into with the Midnight Western story. He's basically going to come down and destroy a mesa on his way down.
Okay.
In Monument Valley, he's going to come searing on because he
had a knock over balancing rock.
Yeah, Well, now see, things are out of balance in my universe. The Eiffel Tower is in New York. The Liberty, the Statue of Liberty is in France.
Okay.
Things are definitely out of balance.
They're out of whack, I tell you.
They're out of whack, I tell you. Okay. So now this is another character I created. I created 2 new characters for the 43. Blood Sword I'd already done on the original page. He was one of my originals that I created on the 43. And Equilibrium, he's kind of like Vortex is for DC. He messes with your perception and your equilibrium.
Hey, Apex, what's up, buddy?
And then there's the psychotic Pretty. And she's got neat powers.
She's got what powers?
She's got neat powers. And I made her blue-eyed and blonde-haired, the perfect German woman.
Wait. So she walks into a room and instantly everything tidies up?
No, she can become energy constructs. She can become like a butterfly. She can become, she's almost like an energy shapeshifter.
I got you.
Pretty. But that's the irony of it, of her name, Pretty, because she's a deadly psychotic Nazi. They all are, because their atoms were torn apart and then put back together, and they were already mad. I got
you. I'm gonna run and grab my soda. I left it in the other room. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I even did a version of okay, so here you go, Carrie. This is the I cry every day, Elmer. If you want more female characters, why not have an art contest and winner gets copy of Devil Flower? Because I want to create the characters, and I want to there's been very few characters that I haven't created. Tweeka was one of them. We may do something like that, but I want credit for creating my own characters. There's no reason I need to have anybody create any characters for me. So this was the impetus for Pretty. And I figured you would like this, Carrie. But just some eyes and a butterfly.
That's some psychedelic shit right there, brother.
It's some psychedelic. Well, Doc, I think it's 60 Azure alcohol markers for and I was trying some out on this.
They're good. I like Azure.
Yeah. Here is Ghost. He's a brand new character I created last night.
All right.
And he's like a wraith, ghost, sort of vision. Think of the vision, phasing through things. And then I had done inked a nice hand over a rock, but it was like a webbed talon hand. And I put Swamp Dragon, and I was like, so I actually visualized Swamp Dragon.
Okay.
If I can get it to focus.
What's the colorful thing on his? Is that his chest?
Yeah.
What is the colorful thing?
It's his chest. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what is that on his chest? The red, yellow, blue.
Oh, the blue is his lower jaw, and the yellow is like his jawline, and then the red is on his throat.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And the blue is his throat. Okay. All right. I got you.
Yeah. I'll probably go in here and do some highlight around that and define that because it
Yeah,
came out
just so you know, that's an
darker.
issue. That was just
Yeah.
an issue with focus, not with the drawing. Just hard to
Okay.
see because it was a little bit out of focus.
Yeah, and I spent some time on this, like scaling and things like that. It's when you use this many colors, and like this red, I laid down a red, and then I wanted it darker, so it would pop out more because it was like blood red, and so often I layer, these alcohol markers, and then some of these are from head sketches. Actually,
Yeah, I know that guy.
this is the Bog, right? But now I've drawn him in different ways, right? And this is one iteration that I really like, and one that was used on Ryan's piece right here, because he's taken verbatim my actual drawings and put in the different iterations of Bog, and there's a bunch of them, and you'll see that in the 10-year visual history.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've had Bog for quite a while.
10 years. Yeah. February next year will be 11 years. So there we go.
Wow, you know his birthday? That's crazy.
Yeah, I created him right after my father passed away. So yeah, I date my stuff. You date it, you'll never forget.
Yeah, I've got a stable of characters that I created like in 1982. And then I did a comic book with them in the 90s. Excuse me. And I copyrighted them, but they're not trademarked. I need to get around to doing that at some point because they're really good characters.
Well, this one just kind of suggested brown to me, not gold, but I mean, there's some burnt sienna and stuff. But yeah, I like that he can be depicted in so many different ways, Doc. I just like experimenting.
Yeah, if you're made out of swamp mud, you can pretty much alter your appearance at will, right?
Right. Now, some that I created that I don't know if you've seen yet or not, Doc, but Baron Steel, he's one of the 43.
I like it.
Yeah. And we got Dreamweaver, which I think I showed you a head sketch because often like that's the second time I've drawn him. This is the second time I've drawn this character that you were saying, Kirby Crackle.
Yeah, I see the Kirby in that. Yeah.
And some of these like Ghost, that's his first, that's the only drawing of him. I just created him. Pretty, that's our first drawing, This is only the second of Equilibrium that I've done.
Do you think that Pretty could beat up Dr. Girlfriend?
Could beat up Dr. Girlfriend? What?
Yeah.
I guess maybe. Yeah.
From the
Impact. He's kind of Jack Kirby inspired. Impact.
That's nice.
Like him. He's got like kinetic energy, where if you like Sebastian Shaw of the Hellfire Club, he kind of takes that and internalizes it and gives it back, Yeah. Now this looks like Beaker to me. Beep, 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 beep. A Muppet, that was actually from an acrylic painting because I've been taking some of these from.
He looks like a Micronaut. What Micronaut was that?
I took this from an acrylic painting that I did.
I mean, that's very cool. I like that.
Yeah, and I have drawn him some from.
Like I know that. Look, hey, pull that one back up.
Which one?
The one you were just showing, the last one. So I know that's just kind of decoration in the background, but if you look at that dark gray behind his head as dreadlocks and look at him, you need to incorporate it as dreadlocks. Look at it.
Yeah, that might be pretty cool. Yeah,
that would be cool. Look at it, Rex. Turn it around and look at it. Put your eyes.
I'm looking at it. I see it. I see it in the camera. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. That would be cool. And if he's made out of rock, all he would have to do is sling those things and knock somebody over, right? Beaker, yeah. Nebulous there. He's sort of a cosmic entity in my universe. And Lockdown, I named him.
Okay.
He's kind of like a galactic warden, of a prison. Hence the name Lockdown. And he started out just
That's a
as
good
like
name.
a failed sketch card.
That's a good name, Rex.
Yeah. Lockdown. Yes. And Euphoria here, I named her the other day. Euphoria. She's one of the 43.
Okay.
And this is the second time I've drawn her. I did her on a pizza round. Well, no, third time I've drawn her. Yeah, she was one of the original characters that I did. Yeah. And here's one I'm working on Thunder Rock. I hadn't got back to him yet, but
okay, all right.
Thunder Rock, yeah. So yeah, I've been busy. And then here's one of the original 43. I haven't finished him yet. But I'll get back to him. I haven't named him yet. He's a rock guy. Here's an older character from years back, probably 10 years back, maybe, that I don't have a name for, and I decided to make him one of the 43. I thought he would be a good baddie, for that.
Dr. Azure.
Dr. Azure, yeah.
There you go.
And a lot of these names, there you go, Morgan. I did. I really like him. I put him in a rain slicker. That's what and I'm going to put a lighthouse back here in stormy weather.
Okay.
I kind of did,
He must be, that's the skeletal version of Carl Malden, right?
Okay, right. If you say so, sure.
The giant
well,
nose, Carl Malden, get it?
Well, Midnight needs some villains, in the Old West, and he's one of them. Maybe.
I was just ripping on the big nose. See?
Oh, okay. And then I created that new character. I don't have a name for him yet.
I got you.
I was kind of thinking like the Holly Man, but I don't know.
Lint. His name is Lint.
Berry.
His name is Lint.
Croc Bog is the thing. I don't know if you knew Croc Bog or not. Have you seen Croc Bog?
I do not.
Okay. Well, you're in for a real treat then, aren't you? Let's check this
out.
Well,
I don't know, am I?
I don't know. Are you?
Okay. All right.
So he's got the two little sticks in his head. Yeah, this is Ryan James here.
Okay.
Ryan James artwork from Octagon Comics. Did this for me from a concept, that we're working on. And then he also sent me, the finished 10-year piece. And the this character here that I've done a sketch card to, Dr. K. He's a new character.
Okay.
Another one of the not really one of the 43, but
oh, dude, he's got to be from 43, man. He needs to be one of the mad scientists that helped on the project.
Exactly. Like he's not one of the test subjects, but he's like one of the Nazi butchers, at the time. Yeah. Linked up with the 43. Now, where he's going to fit in yet, I don't know. Here is a preliminary sketch for that. And the faces and the tree kind of changed a little bit.
All right. Okay.
Because this one kind of looked like Croc Bog. He suggested that version looked like a crocodile, and it does. A bog. So that was really the start of thinking about Croc Bog. Was that head sketch I did? And here is the first preliminary drawing he did based on an ideal for me, where he's up on top of a grassy knoll and 10 years. But we went with the other. But very nice work from Ryan James. Shout out to Ryan James. Coming out.
So, so even though I did a kind of bog story for you, I don't know where it's set. Is it down in the bayou? Is it in Louisiana? Is it in the Low Country? Where is it? Where's his bog located?
Well, you'll probably find that out in the next story I'm doing on this campaign, Doc. I don't know if you know, but I've got a 60-page art book, and I decided in that I'm going to do the sequel to. I will do everything except the lettering on that story. And I've got the first start of the. You're buried somewhere under all this Bristol. I've got the first page, the splash page, and I got the cover done. There's the cover,
right?
And that's going to be printed interiorly. This is not going to be an outer cover, although that'd be a good cover, no matter what.
I get you,
because it turned out good. And I've got a second cover in mind, actually, another Hulk cover that I would like to do. Dreamweaver. Yeah, I didn't know if that was a good name or not for him, but or how viable a character he is. But yeah, that sticks with me. That Dreamweaver song. What song is that, Doc? You ought to know.
Gary Wright, Dreamweaver.
Yeah. So I have 36 head sketches completely done in color. Some are sketched out already past that, but now I need 73. So I'm halfway there.
73. I thought
I've got 73 backers.
Oh, okay. All right.
And everybody gets a charter member card. This is the first premium item you get with your purchase.
Right.
You get, because that's the whole thing about this card. If you have this card, you get free stuff from now on. So I said, well, what? Well, I'm going to have some sketch cards made up anyway, which these are very nice sketch cards that I had made up.
Are you numbering the cards?
Oh, should I?
The charter member cards? Yeah. 001, 002, 003.
Well, I could. There is a member signature thing. Yeah, I could do that. But I kind of base these on the Alterna cards somewhat, the backs especially. But she came up with a nice design, and these are really nice to work on, Doc. They're really good quality, And everybody's charter member card will come in a top loader. And
when I was doing my sketch cards, I partitioned them on the big sheets of 11 by 17.
An inner cover, yes.
And just partitioned, drew the grid out, right? And I was going to go to the local printer and use their big paper guillotine, but they were closed. So I went into my wife and I handed her the scissors. I said, your hands are steadier than mine. Would you please cut these? And she gave me a look, Rex, that said, I'm not involved in your stupid comic book world. Why are you asking me to do this? But she did it for me. So
now I am numbering also. Like this is number 3. I'm numbering the bogs. I'm going to do 10 of them in honor of the 10th anniversary.
Okay.
So if you get a bog, you won't be the only one, but you'll get a unique bog, which will be a visual history of him through the years.
There you go.
And they're the only ones that are numbered. I'm going to do 10 of them. I've done 3 of them.
That's my bog right there.
Yeah, and you're the only reason I did the tapestry on the campaign, Doc. So
I think they're a great perk.
I think they are too. I think I just added it late. I know you did very well with yours.
Well, I mean, if you look, those are the same size posters, right? That you would get from a
They're big. Yeah. I got to see yours and the quality of it when I visited you back in April or early May.
24 by 36. And unlike a paper poster, they're never going to tear. They're not going to get frayed.
Yeah. And if they come a little wrinkled, like you said, the gravity will take that nylon cloth and it will eventually straighten
Or
out.
you
It'd take
you
about
can
2
toss it
weeks.
in the dryer on low heat, then it'll
Yeah.
de-wrinkle it. You know,
Yeah, but
can't do that with paper.
yours looked perfect just hanging it up there for a couple of weeks. It looked a little wrinkled 2 or 3 weeks, but after that, it just felt like you said, it totally worked itself out
Yep.
without even having to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd be afraid I'd put it on too high heat and melt the damn thing. Yeah. Now I have a stack of these that are designated for characters. I only had 100 of these printed up, and look how many's already designated for characters. And then I've got a few blanks. The ones I've been actually creating new characters and doing these, you know, where I didn't even have names for them. Like I haven't even put the name on Baron Steel. When I showed him the other day, actually Eric and Boyd and a few other people Googled it and said, yes, you can use Baron Steel as a name. I don't see any Baron Steel out there.
There you go.
So now you had to watch that, right? You can't like, oh, Superman would be a great name. No, you can't use that. Batman. No, you can't use
Well,
that. Nope.
I mean, you can, but it has to be distinctly different. You can make a character called Spider-Man, but it cannot look anything like Spider-Man.
I've seen different iterations of Spider-Man. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not the name; it's the whole package.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
like-
understand what you're saying. You want a distinct name, and I get
Yeah,
that.
well, like Ghost, you know, a lot of these names are going to be like when I introduce them, I will give you the German name, the German equivalent to Ghost. Don't know what that would be,
It's
but
Geist, isn't it?
Geist. Okay. Well,
think,
now
I don't know.
I do have a Zeitgeist. You're which is kind of like,
Look it up.
yeah, I do have a character called Zeitgeist, and I did look up his name. But yeah, the 43 are going to be like some psychotic Nazis that are sent through time. And then, see, the great thing about that, Doc, is I don't have to tell
Geist.
different origin stories, and they all have different powers, and they can all pop up when I need a villain of the month.
Yes, it's Geist. Geist.
Oh, just Geist. Well, I
Geist.
have a Zeitgeist.
That's Geist, the ghost.
Okay. Okay,
I
so
don't know.
we'll call
I don't
him
know if
Geist.
it's Das or
The
Der.
Ghost.
I think it's Das Geist.
Yeah. Yeah, Ghost is generic. Some of the names that I use are
Ist
generic.
das nicht
and they're-
wunderbar? Ja, ja. Ist wunderbar.
Well, the psychotic butcher's called Dr. K because that's what now K may stand for something in German.
Krieger.
Yeah, Krieger. There you go. Like Dr. Krieger. And
I
just
officially
be
give
short.
that to you live on the air, so no one can I can't never claim it. It's all yours.
Okay. I was thinking Dr. Klink.
I like Krieger.
Hogan. I would never call it that. I would never call it. Okay, Dr. Schultz.
Lord,
It just doesn't work, folks. Yeah. It was the anniversary the other day of Hogan's Heroes. You know, it's been like 60 something years. You know,
Yeah, a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Varner, or whatever his name was, that played Colonel Klink, was actually a Jew, and he said he would only agree to play that character if he was a complete idiot. They had to write him as an idiot.
Yeah. Well, you know, Donald Pleasant, that was in The Great Escape in World War II, he was actually detained in a Nazi concentration camp.
Mhm.
You know, so what a bittersweet thing that must have been to be on a set that was exactly replica, as close as they could get to the actual thing.
Yeah, there was I just saw a video, one of those little short ones, about one of the actors in one of the famous, it may have been Kelly's Heroes, I don't know which one, but one of the German characters stayed in costume while they were in town and got a quick bite for a lunch break.
Mhm.
And he said when he went into the cafe to get a bite to eat, everybody left because he was in this full Nazi uniform. Everybody just got up and left.
You know, I think it's been watered down. I mean, I've never seen anti-Semitic hatred like it has been in the last few years, you know, last decade, really. I know what's kind of fomenting that, but it's really wild how that's ramped up again. And um, have we not learned from history? This is not going to end well. Is this how you would spell it? Geist?
No,
I don't think so. No.
Geist.
Yeah. Somewhere, let's see, at the very beginning, I did I think the very second one, was Zeitgeist. So it would be Geist, right? For ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you put the Zeit with it, and it's kind of the spirit. He's kind of the spirit of the Third Reich, is the way I see Zeitgeist. I did a very creepy, twisted. Here's my Dr. K, by the way. And Ryan actually got to draw Dr. K before I did, so and Crocbog as well. So I had to draw my own versions of that. I'm gonna have to see. This is helping me see how many. There's that second bog I did, and they're all numbered. I tried to make him look sad, Doc, in this one, like an old man bog. Yeah, he looks sad. Yeah,
he looks mournful. Let's use our. Let's unpack our adjectives.
This is the only one that will have wording on it, probably. Sunglasses make the girl.
Huh? What's his name?
Tweeka.
Tweeka, yeah. I put Tweeka on one of the pages I sent you somewhere hidden.
Oh, did you really? Okay. Yeah. There's Twisted Man. I made him look evil there. He's like his whole body is like a Rorschach, that's ever flowing, ever changing. So when you draw Twisted Man, you have to draw him differently or slightly differently every panel. And think about that. His whole pattern is in flux. So you can really show different time beats with that.
Sure.
Yeah. And that was the great thing about Jim Steranko in like his Tower of Shadows story. He showed he treated every moment every panel as a different moment in time.
Sure.
Yeah. What's the one that looks like a gingerbread man called? Totem. That's Totem. Yeah. I don't know that I drew him too well. He's kind of got like a tribal helmet on with feathers.
I would suggest, Rex, make it like a tiki mask. So it's like square, starts narrow, goes up.
Now he wants to change my channel. I mean, change my character.
Well, I mean, you're calling him Totem. That's what a tiki is.
Yeah. I guess a tiki is kind of like from Hawaii and other islands. So it's kind of like
it's Polynesian.
Yeah.
Just to avoid looking like the gingerbread man.
Well, I mean, Eskimos got totems, right? I mean, the Inuit.
A lot of Native Americans. I don't know that Inuit people had totems because there was nothing.
Yeah, they do. Yep. Yes, they do. Yeah.
Well, they do.
Native American Indians had totems.
Well, I know that.
Yeah. And the Aztecs had totems. Yeah. So it's really all around the world, like you said, the Chinese, I think.
No, I said Polynesian.
Or Polynesian, yeah.
I know very little about Chinese culture.
So have you been writing?
Yes,
is that what you've been up to?
Yep. Yes, indeed. Every damn day, all day.
Yeah. And what's your goal with this? I mean, I know that you have to meet.
To get rich.
Well, okay. Right. Well, I mean, I know you're trying. I know that you can do more than a book a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you got the drive for it, and I do think you got the drive for it. I thought when you told me that one book deal a year, I was like, oh yeah, you got this. Easily. You'll overperform.
That's tentative. We may move that up because I've got 2 books finished, and I'm almost finished with the third one. And the fourth one is already writing itself in my brain. I have to shut that off so I can finish the one I'm working on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dead Ninja, I've got to do him too. He's in this stack. Cortex, Nora Gray, my detective, my British detective. Uh, Blitzkrieg, I got to do Blitzkrieg. Omer finished the trading card for Blitzkrieg. I don't know who's going to make the final cut in the trading card set, but it'll be cool. And this is really helping me put my universe together, Doc. Just having the images of all these
You're gonna
characters.
need a whole wall and pin your characters up into groups and put the yarn connecting them and do the whole conspiracy board. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
I've grouped them together and took my digital camera and tried to photograph them.
See,
so that
see, put them on the wall. When I was doing comics in the 90s, because you always had to remember that other than the splash page, they're always how both pages look together, right? So I would.
So are you?
I had covered an entire wall. I had a large studio, it was like 400 square feet, and I had covered the whole wall with what do you call it? The stuff boxes are made out of, that kind of cardboard, so I could pin the pages
corrugated?
Yeah, corrugated cardboard, so I could pin the pages up when I was doing a book and make sure this box, this panel here, and this panel here were significantly different, so they didn't. In other words, you don't want down here to be a headshot of the same character when the page is open.
Don't do that. That's freaky. That's called storyboarding, right?
Well, yeah, or pre-visualization, whatever you want to call it.
Right. I mean, that's kind of the way Disney animators do their stuff. They put it up on a wall, and they have somebody sort of take you through the whole thing. All the animators, the sound people, or whoever's going to be involved in the project, and they take you panel by panel through the artwork.
Yeah, this was more so that you don't end up, because on my very first book I made a mistake. The bottom right panel on this page was a headshot of a character, and the bottom left panel of the next page was the same shot, and that was just stupid. It messed up the flow, so I learned to do that so that you don't make that mistake ever.
Well, about the only, I'm into the bucket list thing, Doc. I never watched that movie where the bucket list was a thing. I think that was with Jack Nicholson, wasn't it?
Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Good movie.
Okay. And what's it called? Do you remember?
The Bucket List.
The Bucket List. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I get the concept of it. Yeah.
Very good movie.
Yeah, I need to watch it at some point. But like it's taken me 10 years. It's taken me 10 years to watch this.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So
think about the idea. Think about the idea of a bucket list. Let's say you and I are diagnosed with a terminal disease. We've only got a year to live. We're going to die. Why would you suddenly be afraid to go skydiving? You might die. Well, that's about to happen anyway. So go skydiving, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole idea. Don't be afraid of anything. Just go do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah, I got my cards printed at local printer. They're the ones that printed my ash can. And printed up the magnets and the sketch, the cards, trading cards, and the bookmarks for my first campaign. Yes, they're not going to do everything on Devil Flyer. They just don't have the capability of that. But for like the cards and some other stuff, maybe the magnet, I'll get them to do that. And they're here local, so I'm. I can go and deal with them locally, and I like that. Now you said you're saying that you put Tweeka in Grave Tales?
No, I don't remember which one it is, but in one of the images I sent you, somewhere in the scribble background is Tweeka.
Well, now I'm going to look.
I don't remember which one it was, but
you're going to have to. I'm going to have to. It's probably on that damn Fedora.
And I've got a little Tweeka card I did for you, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
If I find it, I'll mail it to you.
Well, Tweeka's first cameo appearance was on the first Marvel value stamp type thing on the back of the ash can.
Yeah. Tweeka approved.
Her first appearance. Tweeka approved, right? And she will be on this book too. We can't leave Tweeka out. She's kind of like my default mascot. Zigzag, my speedster, is actually Momentum's sort of mascot character, and he will be
mascot, but Tweeka is the unofficial mascot.
Tweeka, I did not create, Doc. She's a character that I did not create, and I wish I could draw him. I have the original, and it's done on a shop towel, a heavy shop towel. When I worked at World Color, one of the, and I wish I could remember his name. I give him full credit. He said, "Oh, you want this?" You know, I was, when on the line, I would talk comic books, of course, and he drew this character, this wild looking character in like grease pencil on a shop towel, and said, "You can have it and use it if you want." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's a great character. I love it, man." You know, just a stick figure, but it was
who named her Tweeka?
I think he actually named. I think he's got Tweeka written on it.
So it's interesting. So, what he didn't happen to be a meth head, did he?
No, he wasn't a meth head. No, he reminded me of a friend who passed away years and years ago, Doc. That I was close to in college, and he died in his sleep in like his mid-30s, very young. You know, but we had some drawing classes together, and that's where we met. And
Tweakers and Geekers, Tweak Monsters.
Often I would go over his house. I mean, every day, probably 7 days a week there for a while, you know, and we would do stuff together. You know, we just enjoyed each other's company. He left, and then I got to see him one final time, and then his ex-wife, I saw her in the mall with their son like 2 years later, and they informed me that he had passed away and he was buried somewhere in West Memphis. And I don't even know where he's buried. He gave me probably one of my ultimate collectibles. He gave me because he was a member of the family. It was something passed down. It was Calvin Coolidge's burial flag. Had 48 stars on it.
Oh, wow. That's an incredible
Ask me
gift.
where that flag is now.
It burned up in the fire.
It did. That was probably along with the John Byrne artwork and Dan Day artwork and, Jim Starlin artwork and all the, other stuff. Yeah. That was probably the most prestigious thing I had was that presidential burial flag, because it's hard to get one of those things. It's a very select club.
That was one of a kind, man.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew it, but my sister told me I was related to two presidents.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, the 9th and the 29th president.
I'm not.
You're not? Okay. Yeah. I just, who knew? I could have been white trailer trash.
I am.
Yeah.
Amils.
You is. Yeah.
Amils.
Well, Doc, I will probably be coming to visit you. Now, it will probably be about April again, because they will probably ask me back. I did such a great job. They wanted to keep me the whole time. They did. The second day, he said, "Well, what are your plans, Rex?" I thought I was only going down there to Friday.
Well, I mean, you are certainly welcome. Try to come a little earlier so we're not up till 3 o'clock in the morning talking.
I know. Yeah. I can definitely do that. I probably came as well. I think what it was that delayed me is I showered and kind of decompressed. Oh, I know what I did. I was just going to blow them off and say, I'll grab something to eat, but I went out to eat with them, and that's what delayed me. Yeah.
No worries.
Which we went to a sports bar that served Italian. A couple of the guys got spaghetti, which was wild. Let's see. I got onion rings, which were cold, by the way.
Well,
They were good,
you
but they were cold.
get here during business hours. We'll go to Safe House Coffee, and I'll get you the best cup of coffee you've ever had in your life.
Okay, but I'll bring my own lime juice.
Jeez.
I can't hardly drink anymore, Doc, without lime juice.
I'm pretty sure that if you had Ethiopian, you wouldn't even want to try that because it tastes so different from what you
Fruity,
know of
nutty,
as coffee. It's got a very floral, fruity taste to it. It's almost sweet without sugar added.
I'll bring the lime, and if I'll try it, a couple of swallows, and if I don't, if I don't need it, I won't use it. But if I do, I'll put it in there.
All right.
Yeah. Now, is it strong like cappuccino?
No, I mean coffee's strength is what it is. There's no one.
Well, I mean, you got a dark roast, you got a medium, you got a light roast, right?
Yeah, the lighter the roast, the more caffeine. The darker the roast, the less caffeine. That's a common misunderstanding.
Yeah, and I like the lighter roast, so I must like a lot of caffeine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was up all night. I was pumping myself full of this stuff. This is probably my 5th cup in less than 24 hours.
Lord have mercy, Rex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've done 2 pots today, so that's my limit. Elsie's back. Welcome back, Elsie.
Welcome back, Elsie. My bucket list is, especially when it comes to comics, I want to do a sideways issue, and I've actually got 2 sideways issues, even one that's the origin of Midnight, her story, her start in 2 different issues, and it's going to be published through Peter Simeti on Pulp. At least that's the plans right now. And it's going to have 2 connected covers. You're going to have the riders that are firing at her, and she's going to be on the next cover, and it's going to be landscape because it's a Western, right? Makes sense. Then she's going to be firing back at them on the second cover on the stagecoach. So really, I have to she's not even on the first cover. She's not even on her first cover. Now, how often does that happen? But I'm here to be different. And then I've got a story that I've wanted to tell called The Tenants. And that's where everybody's in this old brownstone building in the city, and they all have superpowers, all different type of superpowers.
Right on. So in a world where everybody's super, nobody is.
No, there's something that gets in the water that gives them all superpowers, but they all have different.
So that was a nod to The Incredibles.
Okay.
The movie The Incredibles.
Okay. Yeah. I love The Incredibles, both movies. Yeah.
Yeah, The Incredibles was the best Fantastic Four movie ever.
I got to agree with you, and I don't think this new one that I have not watched, I did get to see Superman recently last weekend with John on Sunday. But I was unimpressed, as I knew I would.
Never going to watch anything with Pedro Pascal. Not one dime of my money will ever go into his pocket.
Yeah, me either. I'm going to wait till he buys the Blu-ray or the DVD and we watch it over his house. That's something. John Falandes, who's my neighbor that drew Devil Flyer and did the Ashcan cover and has a cover for Devil Flyer. And a trading card and all kind. He did the ads that were ran in Alterna a couple years. I have the distinction of being on having a Keith Rocaford cover. It came out on a Wednesday. I've got some ads for Devil Flyer, the Ashcan, in there. Yeah. So I've already achieved a Keith Rocaford cover, just not one that I had to pay for. Yeah, which could be problematic, as you well know, Doc.
I think I've had, let me see, I've got a Luke Stone alternate cover, a Jim O'Reilly alternate cover, and then John Dillard redrew the Damn Dirty Thing cover. Otherwise, I've always done all my own covers.
And he did the print for you too, with Lightbringer. or light. Is it Lightbringer?
Oh yeah. That combined print. If you backed,
That
what
combined
was it?
print. Yeah.
Yeah, if you backed both, you got that print. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I like it when my universe is all coming together. I want people to know about the sort of linchpin flagship character, which is Devil Flyer, but I want them to know that it's a book about much more than just one character. It's a whole universe that's being birthed here, you know, and that can be problematic, as you well know. It's a lot of characters to deal with and keep up with and stuff.
It is. You're going to end up. You're going to end up with them all on a bulletin board in the red yarn. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Keep them straight. This one knows this one, and this one fights this one. I'm telling you.
Oh, I see, especially with multiple titles. Yeah.
I mean, for example, just in my one little universe that Jake Bishop lives in, there's over, I think I'm on about 200 entries in a spreadsheet of just names of characters, names of places, fictitious cars, cigarettes, booze, coffee, whatever that I've had to come up with. And I've got to remember it from passage to passage. So I'll have to go in and search that database and find, okay, that's the name of the scotch he drinks. This is the brand of cigarettes she smokes.
Oh, yeah.
This is the name of the
you
neighborhood.
need that in a database where you can bring it up just like that.
Yeah. And if you've got that many characters, you're going to have to do the same thing, brother. I'm telling you.
And Doc's shown me some of the characters that he's created, you know, within this program, right? Where you've got, and you've shown them here a couple times. You got some great looking superhero characters created.
Yeah, I've got a total of, I think, 33 characters that I have used in comics that are superheroes. But I haven't done a superhero book since I came back to comics. I've just done Pariah and the Jake Bishop stuff. So,
well, the great thing about doing sort of a superhero, even though it's kind of like all connected and it's all one superhero universe, that doesn't mean that you can't tell Western stories, that you can't tell horror stories or sci-fi stories. You know, you just have to make it work.
It's your world. You know? It's your world. Do what you want with it. Yep.
Right. And so Bog is sort of my horror story, if you will, the Grave Tales.
Say that word again for Carrie.
Horror.
One more time. One more time.
Now, heroine is another one that I can't say good. You know, the female hero.
No, heroine. Carrie goes after everybody to say the word horror.
Horror. Yeah.
Because she hears everybody say whore.
If I hear it, I will probably pronounce it. Now you got me flustered, confused. My brain works differently. This happened the other day.
You're kidding.
I was thinking I wanted to say two, the word two, right? So what did I say? 11.
Well, there you
one
go.
and one is two.
I was listening.
I said 11 on the screen, and I said I meant two.
I was listening to these two guys talking at the coffee shop at the next table, and one up was clearly from up in Appalachia because he was saying twice and across the table, throwing a T on the end of words. I was like, that's an Appalachian.
Arkansans that'll say that too.
Yeah.
If they be uneducated. You know, very simple.
They're educated. That's just the way they talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, that's,
talk.
Yeah. Talk.
Yeah. Now, up in the Appalachian Mountains, they had on the History Channel the ginseng root, right?
Yep.
That they're looking for because that's valuable.
It's very, very valuable.
Yeah, and they grow it up in the Appalachian Mountains, and they had a whole series about looking for these ginseng roots.
A good way to get your ass shot is to walk into somebody's ginseng field that they've got going in the woods.
Yeah. And in the woods, no one can hear you scream when it's that isolated, you know.
There's a channel, it's a very sweet channel called Celebrating Appalachia. And it's done by this woman that lives in a holler up in the Appalachians. Now she's got a college degree. She's very smart.
Cossack.
but she's very proud of her Appalachian heritage. So she'll do like
Mhm.
Appalachian vocabulary words and commentaries about the way they talk, the way they eat. She cooks. It's a really good show. It's called, again, YouTube Celebrating Appalachia.
Well, I remember on the History Channel years ago, Doc, they had a show that I used to watch that was kind of like the ginseng thing where they were looking for treasure under the ground, right? It was called The Prospectors. I don't know if you ever watched that, where I think it was up in Colorado in different sites. They would go up to the high places and find like semi precious, jewels or crystals.
Okay. All right.
That was buried. And in fact, there is a tale in the Old West when they would have like the gold rushes going on. He went up in that area, which was kind of Indian country at that time, probably, and forbidden, to go up into. And it said, can you imagine? He probably just walked up there and saw this stuff just laying around, washed around, because I don't think that the Indians is kind of sacred. They didn't even grab it. It was just he became a millionaire just by going up there and going, and bringing back all these crystals, all these jewels and stuff.
Yeah. I watched with the wife, because she's a media junkie. She was watching that. It was a few years ago, and it was Discovery Channel, where the guys were mining for gold up in Alaska.
Mhm.
And I got into watching that, and I was like, I mean, I get that they actually make some good money doing that, but doggone, man, that work is brutal hard. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
No thank you.
Yeah. There's I've been watching Gunsmoke, take a drink. And there's a lot of prospector stories. And one of the most interesting stories is, Doohan that played Scotty on Star Trek. He was also in that movie with Steve McQueen, and it's almost verbatim. He plays a bad guy with another partner, and they come up and they kill the parents of Steve McQueen's character, and then he subsequently kills both of them. Well, the same thing when Burt Reynolds makes his debut in season 8, I believe, as Quint, who later becomes a regular character for a couple years and becomes the blacksmith. That's what happens. Doohan comes up with another guy, kills his father, and then he gets killed by Burt Reynolds. He gets choked out and drowned.
Well, you remember that Rio Lobo and El Dorado, John Wayne movies, were exactly the same movies. They just changed the name of the movie, the name of the town, and the leading lady. It was the exact same movie.
Premise, You know what's wild is when I first started binge watching a lot of Westerns, I don't know how, but okay, you would have like The Deputy or The Texan or whatever. I was watching complete sets, right? Binge watching a lot of Westerns when I was doing stuff for midnight, writing dialogue and stuff, just things or Covered Wagon, just different visual cues that I want to get in there. The carved out Indian holding the cigars, in front of the store. You got to put that in there somewhere. Things like that. I was watching a lot. And what was wild is, and they might have been decades apart, but they recycled the same damn story in different series.
Yep.
And if you looked at it, it was probably the same writer or another writer taken from that story and doing it over here.
Remember, a studio back then owned its stable of actors, and they would buy a script. Well, once they bought that script, they own it. They can do whatever they want with it. So they would recycle them
and put it in different series. Yeah. And if you didn't watch those, you wouldn't know. But I was binge watching and going, wait a minute, I just saw that in The Deputy or whatever.
I just learned this yesterday.
And there was no reruns either. So people forget.
The book Pride and Prejudice, was that Emily Bronte, or I forget who wrote it. I think it's Emily Bronte.
Oh, Nevada Smith, yes.
Pride and Prejudice was remade in modern times as what? Bridget Jones' Diary, with Renee Zellweger, the comedy, it's Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Look how they kind of tweaked and turned.
I read Pride and Prejudice, and I've seen, the wife watched Bridget Jones' Diary. I watched it with her, and it was funny. It was cute. And then all of a sudden, the bells started going off, and I learned this yesterday. It's like, damn, even the second love interest's name is Darcy. It's like, son of a bitch, why didn't I recognize this thing?
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's going good if he draw streams tonight. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we might do a draw stream. I mean, I'm halfway there on the, look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that stack. That's 36. That's actually, so we're halfway there on everybody's vampire movie called Pride and Prejudice. Question mark.
No.
I got, that kind of ticked the box in my head, Doc, which is
Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice. My bad.
And there's Jane Eyre too, I think. Doc, what do you think? I know what it is. I think the most recycled movie in history.
Robin Hood.
That's a good one. I would say A Star Is Born. That has been done.
Yeah.
If you look at The Artist, which was a silent movie in 2011, won Best Picture, swept the awards that year.
The Rags
it's
to
a
Riches,
silent movie.
The Rags to Riches, based on talent or ability, The Rising Star. That's Rocky. That's A Star Is
Even
Born.
Lady Gaga did a movie that is a Star Is Born.
But yeah, that's a very common trope.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you got the guy, he's popular, he's a popular actor, and then he ages out, and this upcoming upstart that he kind of helps out sort of takes his place when he's kind of down on his luck. Yeah. It's a good story, but man, they've recycled that thing so many times. What was the one? That's not The Artist. That's A Star Is Born.
What was the one where Barbara Streisand inherits a boxer in the 80s, and she starts managing him and makes him actually get in shape and be a fighter again? Was it Chris Christopherson that was with her?
Probably. Yeah.
That's yet another exact Star Is Born thing.
Yeah. 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 I mean, they've reused that. They've just not called it A Star Is Born.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you meant a particular.
And they recycle. You remember that Jack? You remember that Jack? That robot that Jack Hugh played Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
Thank you. I was inverting it. See, Hugh Jackman. I don't know if you saw that. I forget what the movie was called, but he had like a robotic boxer that he was kind of a manager of. And what that is a Twilight Zone story.
Okay.
From the 60s, early 60s.
Yes. Metropolis was indeed a silent movie. Yes.
Yeah.
A great one too, by the way.
Yeah. And probably I would say some of the most frightening movies ever made were silent movies.
So my question is this, though: what
Nosferatu?
Well, I was just going to hit on that. Do you think Nosferatu, Robin Hood, Tarzan, which one has been remade more times? Zorro?
Well, Tarzan started right after the book came out, just a couple of years in 1919. Silent movie of Tarzan.
Right. But Robin Hood also has been around since the golden age.
Robin Hood, yeah, a lot. I mean, yeah. And Dracula, I mean, that came from the stage. Frankenstein. Look at that,
Yeah. I wonder which ones had more movies. Real Steel.
It could have been Ryan O'Neal.
Apex.
Real Steel. Yeah, it was called Real Steel. Yep. And that was based on a Twilight Zone story. I know it was. It was the same story.
I didn't watch enough Twilight Zone to know.
Yeah. It was actually
the only reason I didn't is when the Twilight Zone came on when I was a kid. You know what came on opposite it on UHF? Kung Fu Gold. I was over watching them old Kung Fu movies.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Was that during the Bruce Lee sort of craze?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super guy. Even animated had its own Hong Kong Fooey. I've got all 3 seasons of Kung Fu. It's wonderful stuff. That's a different tweak on the Western, you know?
I wasn't really a fan of Kung Fu.
Snatch the pebble from my hand, grasshopper.
David Carradine was just not convincing as a tough guy.
You know who the original person was?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. Now, how awesome would I don't think it would have worked as well. I think Kung Fu's probably the #1 thing that I like. That Death Race 2000 with David Carradine. Yeah.
I was never a fan of David Carradine. He's got a yonky look to him that I didn't care for.
Yeah.
Him and Martin Landau. Martin Landau was just kind of ugh. I didn't like to see him in anything either.
Tall and lanky like his father, you know. I mean, his father's a legend, right? I mean, he was in one of the greatest movies ever, although I hate his role in it. He burns the hermit's house down in Bride of Frankenstein. He's one of the hunters that come and go, oh, you just don't know because you're blind. You know, a monster. He's like, good. We get to see, you know, wine, good. You know, he kind of gets a little tipsy. Great. I mean, in some ways.
And who is this?
Boris Karloff. But yeah, David Carradine's father was one of the hunters that come by and go, oh, look, the monster, you know.
That's what I'm asking. Who was his father?
Oh gosh.
If you don't know, don't worry about it. I just thought it was somebody I should know.
Yeah.
But obviously
come on, help me out, Apex. Who was David Carradine's father? Shoot.
I can look it up later, Rex.
You'll
know that bad. I don't need to know that bad.
Well, you know, he played Dracula in John Carradine. There we go, John Carradine. Okay. John's such an exotic name, right? I couldn't think of it.
John, David, Bob, Fred.
Right. Stephen.
I used to have a dog named Fred, and everybody would say, why did you name him Fred? And I would say, because everybody should have at least one friend named Fred.
Yeah, and he doesn't like me to call that, and he's like kung fu fighting with me. What? Just sparring partner. Body blow. We have fun here, Doc. Don't lose your hair. Oh, too late. Sorry. Too soon. We're the same old age, folks. Can you tell? Not really.
He
is not my father.
I'm a much better.
I will say these things while I'm away from him, but I will not go over to his house and insult the man. He's actually a gargantuan man. You know, I mean, he's not the tallest guy, but he's like, are you ex-Marine? You know, it's like,
there's no such
very
thing as
impressive.
Ex-Marine.
Yeah.
No
or
such
Navy guy. Navy guy that was around the Marines all the time. Sorry about that. Little slip up, little faux pas. I didn't think that one thing through, you know. Do you agree with this assessment? If you can outlast a guy in like the first 30, 45 minutes or seconds of a fight, you got him.
If I can't whoop your ass in the first 10 seconds, it's your fight. I got no lungs left.
Right. Yeah. Weezer.
Yep. I would go down.
His handle on other medias, Weezer.
I tell people when I'm cutting up, I ain't got but one left in me. You don't want to catch it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, COVID really affected your lungs, didn't it?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have extensive scar tissue all through my lungs. I've only got about 40% left.
Wow. I mean, you know, that's kind of like Luke Stone. He's only got like 35% left.
Yeah. Yeah. His
He's
is much
lucky to
worse.
be alive. He's blessed to be alive. I mean, my God, he was in a coma for 6 weeks. Jeez.
Yep.
What they did, I hope they pay a heavy price for that, but I don't think they will, Doc.
No. There's no real accountability.
Yeah. But the former head of the FBI, Comey, recently. So
you obviously didn't watch my show this past Wednesday.
I didn't know.
Yeah. See, Comey tried that.
Sleeping. When you have your show, I'm probably sleeping.
Comey tried that lawfare thing on Trump, thinking for sure that Trump would never get back in the White House. So he threw that lawfare boomerang, and that thing came back and kicked him in the dick.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't think they're winning the, you know, oh look, Trump's just trying to get back at it. I don't think that's flying with people.
I honestly don't think people care that it is. Or let me rephrase that.
Oh, yeah.
If it was just revenge, nobody cares because it's well deserved. Hello?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They see it for what it is and what it was at the time.
Yeah,
the bloom is off the rose. At one point, they could have probably argued, but they've everything racism. What they overuse. You know,
the pendulum has well and truly started swinging back.
And it's about time.
Some of those people on that woke left have not got the memo, and they're getting the memo now the hard way.
Yeah.
It's the FO part of FAFO.
Well, I mean, you know, I really think within the Beltway, you know, and within DC, I mean, they're even trying to, you know, the mayor's coming out and it's like, look, you stupid, look, it's in the Constitution. DC cannot become a state, but they want to make Puerto Rico a state because, you know,
they want more senators. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and same thing with Newsom in California. And all they're doing is they gerrymander. Look, they really don't want to get into it with the Republicans because they've about reconfigured it to their advantage. All they can do. The Republicans have not. If they ever do that, they're going to lose that battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the losing end of a lot right now. And like I said, some of them have not yet got the memo. I got to kind of do a tip of the hat, not all the way, but a tip of the hat to the dunce from Pennsylvania, John Fetterman. The guy that had the stroke is the most sane person on the left.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one speaking common sense.
Yeah. Do you think he would be a presidential possibility, but would his own party want him because he's too conservative for them?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think his party would want him. If he ran as an independent, no independent's ever going to win. But I don't know. I mean, it's a lot to think about. I just know unless something changes, unless something horrible happens, J.D. Vance is a shoe-in for the next president.
Right. And I think Kamala's going to try and run it again. But, I mean, she's one of those that
I hope she does. God, please.
We need more woke. We need more woke. I think the most dangerous thing is not Newsom. Or I think all they got is Mike. Is Obama's wife.
Oh, Big Mike.
Michelle. Yeah.
Big Mike could run. Newsom is definitely going to run. But he's such a slimy used car salesman, and the rest of America.
I think she's waited. She has waited too long to run. I mean, maybe nobody wants to go back to the Obama years.
The Obamas are very much out of style right now. They're out of favor.
Yeah. Well, they don't. They're not helping their case any. Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to do maybe not an encyclopedia of Momentum comic characters, but I want to do a handbook. That way, when I say, Doc, would you draw me a story? Yeah. You got reference? Yeah. Here. You know, you got to have reference to all these characters, you know?
Yep.
so
Indeed,
others can
sir.
draw.
All right, Rex, my ass hurts. I've been in this.
Okay, well, say the magic words and we'll get out of here. Oh,
Keep collecting.
Oh, Bunyan of the bottom.